Evening, welcome back to Heaven Sent Boyfriend. This is Ida.
And I'm Chancellor. Welcome back, welcome back.
Evening, everyone. We got, of course, it's another evening, another fragrance, another weekend. Today we got The Favorite by Penhaligons. Beautiful fragrance, beautiful box. I saved the box for you guys all, for you all. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
So today we're gonna get right into our impressions of the fragrance. So today we're gonna kind of not read the notes anymore. What we figure we'll do is give you impressions on how this fragrance smells to us, or how fragrances in general smell to us, and we'll leave the notes in the description box. So check out the description box for the full notes that were taken from Fragrantica. But other than that, we'll give you impressions of the favorite. So first we're gonna go ahead and show you the beautiful packaging.
Oh.
I love the bow.
Interesting. Yeah, that bow is something.
Right, exactly. I like a big velvety bow and the beautiful label. I love this kind of design. It reminds me of something really luxurious, like French Renaissance something, or something of the sort. Marie Antoinette. I like to think about that kind of stuff. But first of all, I would say with this fragrance, you get a bright, juicy floral opening up. So I actually sprayed it down not that long ago on here, so I can kind of get that fresh. I get violet and like a juiciness, but a soft powdery floral, as well as like a cosmetic floral. Probably due to the violet. Very fresh and soft, and just really feminine.
Yes.
So
yes.
Exactly. And I would say in the beginning you get mostly floral and the juiciness and the nice supple scent, and then more towards the dry down you get like a soft woods and musk, and just like it's a beautiful everyday fragrance. Like, Chance, what do you think about this?
Yeah, so upon first spray, I got a lot of the, the airy, like floral notes. Like she said, it's very, very powdery, very sweet with a hint of musk. It's not anything overpowering. It's very, very slight. But what got me upon first spray was just how sweet and powdery it was. Very, very feminine, very light, dainty sort of fragrance.
I like that you said sweet, because you're right, there is a sweetness to it, and it's very soft and powdery. It's like a sweet powder. So do you think it's more like powdered sugar powderiness, or like powdered florals? Like, let's say if you took flower petals and you crushed them up and made them into a powder. Is it like petal flower, if that makes sense? Like
floral, like grounded up like a floral petals, kind of something like that.
Right, so I was thinking like if the petals look kind of like velvet, right? And then they're like these nice supple, juicy, like when you touch them, they're soft and moist petals, and then you just kind of grind up, and if for some reason they're drying up while you grind up and you get like a powder, I think that's kind of what you get.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, exactly. I would say more of that description more so than the powder, like sugary powder.
I have to be careful with the powder thing, because sometimes you think of strictly baby powder or face powder
not
only.
That.
It's very hard to describe the kind of powder you get. I would say it's not a basic, typical. I would say this fragrance is very unique. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what, fellas? It's like when I first sprayed that, you see this ribbon right here? I don't know if you guys have seen the movies like back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, or whatever, but it reminds me, this sort of fragrance reminds me of when a really pretty, dainty woman, kind of soft-spoken, kind of mysterious. She's leaving for town, fellas, and she's the one. She's the love of your life. She somehow drops this. She drops a bow, a handkerchief, a ribbon, something like with this scent, and you're gonna wonder like where is she coming from? Is she coming back? Like, I want this woman in my life.
Right, like the train's taking off, and the handkerchief carries off the with the wind,
right?
And then the fragrance smells like that handkerchief, that soft, petally, lacy handkerchief, and he catches it. He's like, oh my god!
Like, you must come back, like, please, or I'll find you in Georgia, wherever you going. I'll come and find you.
I love like the cheesy romantic moments, but it's all like, oh, just like a heart wrenching.
But that's how it hits, though.
Right. So I would say this kind of fragrance. Do you think this is strictly for women?
I would say so. It's very, very feminine. So what I get from this is this sort of fragrance. I could picture you wearing, or like a woman wearing on a very first date. You know, this isn't a sort of fragrance that's gonna carry a whole lot. Like the sillage is maybe about an arm's length away, but it's very intimate. You're gonna want to have an intimate date. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, fellas, you've been here before. So it's at the end of the night. You are trying to commemorate the night, trying to end it on a good note, and you go in for that hug, maybe that kiss if you're lucky enough, and she has this like around her neck area and her hair on her handkerchief, her scarf, something like that, and you get that hug. That is going to set the night off, or you're gonna want to date that woman again. You're gonna want to see if you can go to the next level with her.
I agree. For me, I think this is a beautiful office scent also. So I think I agree with Chancellor too, as far as like when he was saying a date. So if you want to be memorable, but you want to smell sweet and fresh, and you don't want to smell overwhelming, like trying to overwhelm the senses, and he just kind of has to get really close to you to get that really nice scent off of you, but it's not the thing where it's carrying. You want to draw someone in closer. I would say if you want someone to get closer, like if it was something, you know, let's say if you went on a couple of dates and you want someone to maybe lean in and kiss you, I think that this is like a great scent for you to have on at a time. But more than just romantic settings, like I said, I think this is a great office scent because like I was saying, unless you're talking to your friend at work or you're talking to someone very closely, they won't like smell it on the next cubicle or something like that where it's disturbing other people. I think you just smell clean and fresh, and really this fragrance will probably just carry with the wind. I think it has great longevity. It will stick to your skin and your clothes for a very long time. It just doesn't like, it's not like a boom. It's not just constant pumping out, you know, florals and powdery and woods and things of that sort. But
which kind of it surprised me that it has such a strong, like, it has staying power. It stays on you for it to be such flowery, like powdery sort of notes, you know.
For me, I have a lot of fragrances, and you know, I read a couple of reviews of Fragrantica, and they said this is a very basic fragrance. Well, it depends on what you consider basic. Sometimes you need fragrances like this in your collection. Now, everything doesn't have to be super unique and difficult to smell. I think you just smell soft and pretty, and you know, it's a very intoxicating scent. And even so, I was testing this fragrance for a while. I had a little sample bottle. And I was on the very last little drops of it, and I was kind of sitting in bed, and I just kind of like to spray my samples on, you know, when I'm sitting in bed, just kind of testing things. And I had it for months. And when I initially smelled this fragrance, I would tell you, I wasn't very over the moon about it. I thought it smelled very pretty, but I didn't want to run out and get a bottle, especially for 200 or something bucks.
It had to kind of grow on you a little bit.
It grew on me, because I would spray it on here and there, and it just last week, or I ordered this probably like a week or two ago. Just last week when I was at the very end of that fragrance sample, for some reason it was just like it really clicked with me that day. And then after I ordered it, I didn't say nothing to Chancellor about it, and I had like little sample bottle, and I was still smelling it, and Chancellor smelled it in bed. Like he's probably like what 2 or 3 feet away from me, just kind of sitting next to me, and he says, "Whoa, what's that? That smells really good. Whatever that was. What is that?" And I was like, "Oh, it's called The Favorite." He's like, "Yeah, that's a must. Like you need that one."
Signature scent. Like ladies, again, it's a bit too sweet. So the sillage, about the arm's length away, I liken it to one of the fragrances that I have. It's a Dolce & Gabbana Intenso. Again, like you said, it's going to be strong enough to have staying power on your body, on your skin and things like that, but it's not going to carry throughout the room to where it's like overbearing. So I kind of liken it to the female version of Dolce & Gabbana Intenso.
Right, so Chance is making a comparison to a fragrance that he wears. So he has different fragrances for different situations, and what he described to me was that Dolce & Gabbana Intenso is a great fragrance because it really stays on him for a long time, has great longevity, but it doesn't project really crazy out. It's kind of like one of those intimate fragrances where you kind of lean in and give a kiss on the cheek, or you smell him, and
give me some sugar.
Yeah, exactly, and you're just like, oh, you smell really wonderful. It just makes you want to stay close, but it's not a thing where it's like, okay, you smell really good, I smelled you over there already, and then when you lean in closer, you're kind of like, oh wow, I'm overwhelmed, I have a little bit of a headache. I think that this is like he says, the equivalent of a male's fragrance like that. This is like the female fragrance. So if a man happened to be wearing Intenso and you're wearing this fragrance, I think it'd be a perfect match because you're not both overwhelming each other. You'll still smell your own fragrance, he'll smell your fragrance, and you know, you'll smell his fragrance. It's not like a clash of fragrances, so that's important too, especially fragrance loving people. Well, everyone, I hope you really enjoyed this review. I'm telling you, try Penhaligon's The Favorite. Get a sample of this one. It's really beautiful. I just got this in the mail. I was really waiting I was looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I'm glad she got it.
I practically chased the delivery man down the road getting it.
I bet she does.
But it was definitely worth the buy. You know, let us know what you're wearing. Do you have fragrances as simple like this? I would say similar fragrances, not in the sense of it smells alike, but Chanel or Tendre or those kind of fragrances where you just need those nice light fragrances you just wear and throw on. It's like an everyday scent and you just smell really pretty. Like, give us some suggestions if you know those kind of fragrances too. Like, I really would like to expand those in my collection. I have a lot of, you know, oh my God, unique, and you know, sometimes you just want unique but smell nice.
Absolutely. And you guys will definitely want to come back next week. We have a special edition show that I'm quite frankly afraid of, but you'll definitely want to tune back in next week because
just come back. Just come back and check it out.
You won't want to miss that one.
And next week's Christmas, so we hope everyone is enjoying their time and their holidays, getting ready for the holidays, and we'll see you next week.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.